Hey everybody, hope you're all doing well out there. Um, just a quick little update video. I told you the other day that I would try and get one recorded and put on here. It's taken me a little bit longer than I had planned to because I just really haven't haven't had a chance to do it. So I am on here now, and I'm gonna let you guys know a little bit about what's been going on and everything. So back in March of last year, or this year, in March of 2025, I decided it was time for me to get back to Alaska because I was really missing Alaska. I love Alaska. So I had found a job, and I was supposed to come and work at a fishing camp, resort type thing, cabin rentals, campground and stuff. And my mom, Mama, and um, Lily, of course, were going to come with me. And I had decided to buy me a van and fix the van up so that we could live in the van in the campground at the place where I was going to be working. When I interviewed with the girl, she said that would be fine. We'd all be welcome and everything would be good. She told me that I would have a beachfront campsite, which I didn't have. I didn't. When I got there, um, we went to check out the job. I had texted them several times trying to find out when they wanted me to come and start and everything, and nobody ever texted me back. So finally, about after we'd been there, it was in Seward, Alaska. After we were there for about 3 days, finally I got a text message from someone, and she said that the girl who had hired me was no longer employed with them, and that the new supervisor was really looking forward to meeting me. Well, I said, okay, no problem. So we decided, you know what, this just doesn't feel right. It just, nothing feels right. So we went to the campground, the area where it was supposed to be. It's a beautiful place, absolutely beautiful place. And we went there, and when we got there, we drove over. Oh, and she had also told me that the employee handbook had changed, had had some changes. The owners had made some changes in the employee handbook, and she had sent me a new one over. So, going through the employee handbook, there was a place in there that said that only employees are allowed in any work area, including the campground and the bunk houses. So I was like, well, that's not what she told me. She told me that um, we would be okay there and have our own little spot. So I decided I would want to ride out and see what the place looked like and everything. So we went out there, and it was kind of a junky place, honestly, but it was okay. I was okay. Well, this is okay. But as we drove around out there, was a little narrow dirt road, and there were like these huge dogs just running around everywhere. None of them were on leashes. They were just big dogs, and they didn't look very friendly to me. But anyway, that was one concern. Once we got there to where the campground had moved to this little circle area, and there were already like pull behind trailer campers. There was already a whole bunch of those in there. There was only like two empty spaces left. And there's no way I could even have gotten my van down in there where the thing was. It was down in a ditch, literally. But I would have had to drive down in there and back into one of those two spaces that were empty. And I just didn't feel comfortable with it. It just didn't seem that great to me. So um, I decided to decline the job because it just wasn't what anything that the girl had told me. And the sign was there at the campground that said employees only, no exceptions. So Mama and Lily wouldn't have had any place to stay. So that was a big that was a big no. So we decided not to do it. We decided to just take it as a blessing and just decided to travel around Alaska a little bit. So we drove here all the way from Tennessee, drove through Canada and everything. It took us like almost 10 days to get here this time because I just took my time coming. So we got here and the job didn't work out. So we decided, well, let's go to somewhere else. So I went to one of my favorite places, which is Homer, and we stayed in Homer a couple of days, and then headed back to Kenai, or Soldotna, actually. We were going to stay in Soldotna for a couple of days, and the lady, the manager of the Fred Meyers, where we were going to spend the night, she came out and talked to me and told me that no one was allowed to camp there at Fred Meyers um, until Memorial Day. So this was in April, so that was another almost a month away. So she said, but there is a Walmart over in Kenai, which I had no clue. I had no idea there was a Walmart there anywhere near that area. It's a brand new Walmart, but I had never been to Kenai. So she said, you could go over to Kenai and stay at the Walmart over there, I'm sure. So we went over to Kenai, and we fell in love with Kenai. It was an amazing place. We loved the community of Kenai. Very friendly people, very awesome place. Everything you could ever imagine and possibly want in a community. So we stayed in Kenai for the whole month of April. Well, about half of April. It was the middle of April when we left. So we stayed in Kenai for half the month of April, and then we stayed the whole month of May, and the whole month of June, and the whole month of July, and pretty much the whole month of August. We did do some road trips. We went to Valdez, which I have video of Valdez. We went to Valdez. We went to Homer a couple of times. And we went back to Seward to look around and just to spend a day in Seward. We went a couple of other different places, which I have videos of. But that's what we did, and that's where we are now. We are in, or near Homer, Alaska. And we were able to rent a cabin for the winter. We could have stayed in the van, but the van, I don't have any kind of insulation or paneling or anything like that in there. I just left it, just the van. And it draws moisture really bad. When it's cold outside and we're breathing, it causes it to practically rain from the ceiling on us at night. So I said, well, I want to make sure that Mom is in a really nice, warm, cozy place for the winter. So I started looking around for cabins, and we found one that we liked, but I don't think we were the kind of people they were looking for to stay there, and it really wouldn't have worked out good anyway, because they just had this little tiny refrigerator, and I wanted to stock up on food to last us, through the winter. So I wouldn't have had room to put my food or anything. It didn't have a bathroom or anything. You had to go into this other area, this big building. It was a community building, and they had two huge kitchens in there where you could keep your food in the refrigerator, and you could go over there and cook and stuff. There's no way to cook in the little cabin. It was very small, very, very small. Only one window. And I wanted a place where I would have a nice view. Could look out the window and see the snow and everything like that. So that fell through. That didn't work out. And I told Mom, I said, God has a better place for us. That's why we didn't get this one. So I kept looking around, and I found one. I found several cabins, actually, over here in Homer. And called the lady, came over, super nice lady. I love her. She's amazing. Came over here and just fell in love with the cabin. And this cabin actually has a shower and everything. We don't have a bathroom inside. We have a little outhouse out there, but we can still use the little portable potty that we were using in the van. And I just take it out and dump it 2 or 3 times a day, 4 times a day if I need to. We go out and use the outhouse in the daytime, but at night it's super dark out here, and I don't want Mom to go out and trip over something, a grizzly bear or something. No, we're not really worried about that. We just, it's just a lot better to just use it in here at night and take it out, which is not a problem at all. So that's what we do for that, and it works out great. I love the shower. I have an upstairs bedroom, and I actually did a couple of videos on the cabin, so you can watch those. But that's what we did. I bought a van in March. The end of March. It took me 2 weeks, about 2 weeks, for me to get it built out. I didn't do a whole lot of build on it. I just put my fireplace bookshelf in there. I put my cedar chest that my uncle built me in there, and I made my bed on that. And then I put a shelf rack in there, one of those heavy duty shelf racks. Put some mattresses on there for Mom's bed. And then I built a little wall in the back, in the very back there. And that was our little bathroom area. And then that's pretty much all I did to it. I just put some of my drawer units and stuff in there, which you can watch the video later on when I get it loaded on here. I'm not doing the videos in order. I have a lot of videos to do, but I'm not doing them in order, and I'm going to be putting on some new ones as I go along as well. We're living on a homestead here in Homer. Really nice homestead. Lots of family members live here, and it's a really nice community, and everybody helps each other and everything. In fact, tomorrow I may be actually helping one of the neighbors here, or one of the homesteaders. I might actually be helping them do a little bit of work. If I do, I'll record a little bit of it and let you guys see what I'm doing. But it's amazing. I love it here. It's awesome. And I will share with you guys a little bit later on a little bit more about where it is and how cool it is and stuff. But for now, I'll just tell you it's a really cool homestead. And what else? But I guess that's pretty much it. I just wanted to come on and tell you what happened, how we got here and all of that. But I bought the van in March. It took me 2 weeks to fix it up. And then we left on April 14th, I think it was, or 16th. I think it was the 16th. We left my sister's apartment and drove. We drove through, and we stopped. I didn't drive a whole lot of hours like I did the last time when I drove here, because I was just exhausted when I got here the last time, because I drove like 12, 13, 14 hours a day. And this time I decided I wasn't going to do that, so it took us almost 10 days to get here, because we stopped. I only drove about 6 to 8 hours a day. That's all I really wanted to drive. And we stopped a lot and just, enjoyed the drive. So, and there was a couple of days it was starting to get really, really bad storms. And so I didn't want to drive in that. So it was early, before dark, and we just pull off and get a place to sleep and get settled in before the storms hit. And there were some pretty bad storms. So that's another reason that it took us a little bit longer to get here. But we got into Seward, and the job didn't work out, which was fine with me. I wasn't really worried about it. I just took it as a blessing and just decided to take the summer off. So I didn't work this past summer doing anything. I do plan on working next summer, doing something. I'm not sure what I want to do yet, but I'm going to work next summer and then see where it goes from there. I don't know if we'll stay here for a while, or if I will, or if we'll move back into the van and just do the summer like we did last year and try to find a place where we can actually live in the van where I work. Or I might stay around here and do some work too, because they do have some positions available around here, and there's always something to do here to help out. So we're just going to see how that goes. And my plan still is to buy some property, buy a little place, either with a cabin already on it, or get one of the cabin kits, have them come out and build one of the cabin kits on the property. I don't need a big place. My original plan was to buy one of those garage type storage building type things, like a tiny house type thing, and fix it to where I can actually park the van in it in the wintertime and live in the van inside the building, which would actually work out really well. But I don't know. That's still in the future. Right now, we're just enjoying what we have here. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful scenery, beautiful cabin, amazing, super comfy beds, and it's nice and warm and cozy, and I have a big kitchen. I have a huge refrigerator, so I can stock that up for the winter with no problem. And like I said, my landlords are amazing. Lovely people. I love them already. And yeah, so um, that's where we are. That's what we've done. That's what I'm going to be doing. I've got a bunch of videos to put on here, like I told you in the other video that I did on out on the deck. I have a lot of videos to put out. I have some of Lily's videos. I actually have a couple of older videos of Lily that I'm going to get put on there. I have a little bit of the van build. I didn't record a lot of the van build, but I do have that. But I've still got to find the rest of the footage because I have a lot of footage on 3 or 4 different memory cards. So I'm trying to get all that put together. That's why I'm not putting the videos on in order, because I'm just gonna, as I come to them, I'm gonna edit them, put them on here. And like I said, I'll be putting on some new videos in between the videos that I recorded earlier. So there'll be some cooking videos, which I already have one of those ready to load onto YouTube, and there'll be some cooking videos, like I said, and there'll be some of our travel journey videos, adventures that we've been on while we've been in Alaska, and some new videos of whatever I decide to do. And it'll just be, that, and I'll do some videos where I just maybe sit out on the deck and talk to y'all and let you watch it snow or something when it starts snowing. It's been beautiful weather here. We're down here on the Kenai Peninsula, so it's not started snowing here yet. It's still in the upper 50s in the daytime, sometimes even up to 60, 61 in the daytime, and then in the mornings or at night it gets down to about 43, 44, somewhere around there. So not too bad. Amazing. We love the cooler weather anyway. So that's a big plus about living down in this area. You don't get quite as much snow. We will start to get snow usually about the end of October, 1st of November, middle of November is when they really start to get some snow down in here. But it's still not as extremely cold as it is into south central Alaska, Anchorage, Girdwood. In that area, they get a lot more snow. And then if you go on further north towards Denali, it's been snowing there for the last month off and on. They've already had several snowfalls there. Fairbanks, it snowed there a couple of times, but now they're actually experiencing some of the warmest weather they've had in October in I forget how many years, but it's been warm there. The aurora has been amazing. I watched it 3 or 4 nights in a row. I still am learning how to photograph it and how to record it and stuff like that, because I don't really have a good phone. I don't have an iPhone or anything like that. I just have a cheapy old phone, and it doesn't really record the aurora very good, but I have really, really enjoyed watching it. It has been amazing. Just dancing all over the sky. There's been mostly what I have seen in my time here in Alaska in the past. I've mostly just seen the green and a little bit of pink here and there, but I've seen purple, I've seen a bluish color, I've seen white, I've seen green. It's just been absolutely amazing. It's been so, so pretty. And it's really, really dark where we are. It's like a really, really dark place. So there's just, oh my gosh, the stars are amazing on clear nights. It's absolutely beautiful. So it is a blessing to be here. I'm very thankful, and I love it here. And yeah, so I have a lot to share with y'all, and I will get that on here as soon as I possibly can. And yes, it is kind of dark because I'm in my room upstairs, and I just don't really have any lighting on. I've just got my lamp on. Lily's sleeping. She's right here. I don't think y'all can see her, but there she is. There she is. You can see the top of her head. She's asleep, so I didn't want to disturb her by turning on a bunch of lights. So I just have a little lantern on. And hopefully you can see me. Don't need to see me real well anyway to know what I'm talking about. Oops. I made it even darker. So anyway, that's it. I just wanted to come on and talk to you and let you know what's going on. And I will try to have some more videos this week. I've got several that I'll probably be putting on here this week. That I already have finished and ready to load. Well, actually, I do already have a couple on YouTube, I just haven't opened them to the public. And so I'll be doing that this week as well as soon as I get this one done. Like I said, I was going to go ahead and do the van build one and get it on here first and let you see kind of from where we started and where we are now. But I've got to find all that footage for the van. And so I'm not going to waste any more time or wait any longer on getting the videos started coming on here, because I really want to get started putting some videos on here. And like I said, a little bit further down the road, I'm going to tell you guys exactly where I am and all that kind of stuff, and because it's really cool. But yeah, I guess that's it. I love you guys. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you hanging around and waiting for me to come back. If you even noticed I was gone. If you did, thank you. That means a lot. And I hope you have had an amazing summer. And we'll have an even more amazing winter wherever you are. And I hope you'll enjoy the videos as much as I enjoyed recording them. And I will try to get some more stuff posted on here very, very soon. So I love you guys. God bless you all. And I will talk to you on the next video. Bye-bye.